A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, M, Z. This is Roxamore Sports Live here at the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence. The records for the section and for overall from the coaches.
The Roxamore Sports Network starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you feel that? Tell me, can you feel that? You see it coming? Yeah, let me help you with your vision. They losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like Meek Mills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard. I'm talking words you understand. I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere you know. I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing to the Lord the most. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is what it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all funny game to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you're real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chillin' with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Triller brothers, yeah, we screamin' lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set
Some more sport here live at Woodland Hills High School, Woodland Hills campus in Churchill, PA, where we're witnessing the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament. We're looking for a great matchup here in the WPAL Western Pennsylvania basketball. Woodland Hills Wolverines, head coach Matt Virjanic, 4-10 overall, 2-5 in the conference against the Moon Tigers by head coach Adam Kiefer, 3-9 overall, 2-6 in the conference. I'm Sam the Man Timbers with my co-host Craig Thomas, and we are live here again at the MLK Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament, and we're about to hear the national anthem.
So thank you for joining us once again here in the main gymnasium. 2020 MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence. Woodland Hills Wolverines come off an earlier victory. They beat a Gateway team here in a close matchup. So they were able to get a victory. They hung around and got a little rest. And so they're up against the Moon Tigers. The Moon is 3-9. They came off of a victory of last night off of the West Allegheny team. They got a victory last night. So we'll be looking forward to an interesting matchup. Both these teams trying to get their season back on track, headed in the right direction at this 2020 MLK Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Tournament. So here we go with the national anthem as we get started for play here. Thank you for joining us live here on Roxamore Sports.
This is Roxamore Sports live here at Woodland Hills. We're about to witness a great game in Western Pennsylvania. Blue Tigers head coach Adam Kaufman. We're about to hear the starting lineups for both teams. The Woodland Hills Wolverines 4-10, 2-5. Head coach Matt Fajanic.
At point guard, a 5'10" sophomore, number 33, Jared Johnson.
At point guard, sophomore, 5'10" guard, 33, Jared Johnson.
At forward, a 6'5" junior, number 11, Connor Graham.
At forward, 6'5" junior, number 11, Connor Graham.
At guard, a 6' senior, number 14, Zach Hurley.
At guard, 6' senior, number 14, Zach Hurley.
At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 1, Cameron Gall.
And at guard, 6'2" senior, number 1, Cameron Gable.
And at guard, 6'2" senior, number 5, Logan Young.
And rounding out the starting offense, at guard, 6'2" senior, number 5, Logan Young. Head coach Adam Kaufman.
All right, for your host team of the 2020 MLK Stand Against Violence Weekend, your Woodland Hills Wolverines. Your starters will be number 0, Deontay Williams, starting at guard. Number 1, Belton Kinney, 5'8" senior, starting as guard. Also, number 3, Kyer Hainsworth, 5'9" senior, along with Jihad Denard, forward, 6'1" senior. Rounded out by Rayshawn Robertson, 6'1" senior, who will be standing at down low trying to help protect the paint. So we are just about set for tip-off here. We look forward to the Woodland Hills Wolverines getting out in transition, trying to create some offense. So once we get started here, we'll come back with our TNT 3 tips for each team to victory here today in this 2020 MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence game.
And so we are here tonight at the Woodland Hills Wolverines. We just witnessed a great game over in the auxiliary gym as the Woodland Hills High School 5th-ranked Lady Wolverines had an impressive victory over there against the Lancaster Mennonite Lady. The Mennonites, and they come out with a great victory. It was close in the first half, but they pulled it away. And so that's a great win for them as they continue their winning ways, the Woodland Hills Wolverines, Lady Wolverines. So we're about to tip this off here. We've just seen a great game between Baltimore Poly against Chester. It was up and down matchup, but then they pulled away Baltimore Paulie, and it looked like it was a dunk fest. We was throwing up 10s and 9s, rating those dunks over here. We was judges over here as the end of the game. That's what it looked like.
Once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us here live on Roxamore Sports. In the auxiliary gym, we saw the Lady Wolverines come out with a decisive victory, and as they are ranked 5th in the state here, and we are off the tip. The Wolverines win the tip, passing the ball around. Deontay Williams, the floor general, gets the ball outside to number 3, Kyer Hainsworth. Up for the shot as the Wolverines take a 2-0 early lead here.
So we have the Moon Tigers bringing it up. That's number 14, Zach Hurley, guard, 6-foot senior. They drop it down inside. He kicks it back out. That's number 11, Connor Graham. Passes to number 5, Logan Young. They're running the weave right now.
Good defense by the Wolverines there. Number 1, Belton Kinney out top. Number 4, Jihad Denard playing solid defense as they're hedging everything up top, fighting through the picks, trying to get and disrupt this shooting here for the Tigers of Moon. They want to set up on the outside and get some good looks.
So our 3 keys for the game, for Timbers and Thomas, the 3 keys for Moon Tigers. The Moon Tigers must make their mid-range jump shots, also hit their threes, and play defense in the lane and get back and pack it in so Woodland Hills doesn't get no transition points. And for the Woodland Hills Wolverines.
So the Wolverines, we'd like to see them get out in transition, run early and often, maybe press, defend the three-point line. Definitely defend the three-point line. As you've seen, they give up a three-pointer already by number 14, Zachary
Hurley, the guard, 6-foot senior.
Yeah, that was a three-point shot by him. And then the third key is to take care of the ball, limited turnovers here, and try to come out here with a victory and be successful. So the Wolverines come out in the press, and the Tigers break the press, and they miss the point-blank layup. They're going the other way here.
That was number 5, Logan Young, who missed the layup. Should have dropped that right there, but he was defended by a host of Woodland Hills players. So the Moon Tigers come out in the zone. They try to pack it in, play in the lane as I spoke about, trying to get loose balls. Deontay Williams goes for the shot and misses it, rebounded. That's number 33. Jared Johnson brings it up to guard, the 5'10" guard, only a sophomore.
All right, so the Tigers work the ball around the outside. Wolverines play great defense.
That's the sophomore for the 3, Jared Johnson, the guard, off the mark. Woodland Hills pushes it, transition points, as we talk about. Velton Kennedy with the 2.
Kyer Hainsworth on the rebound, getting the ball forward there. Great play by those 2 young men, getting the bar up. Both of those guys are seniors there, looking for an opportunity to play on the next level and go to school and get their education paid for.
Yeah, that was a nice assist by Kyer Hainsworth, finding Velton Kennedy streaking down for the easy 2.
So that was number 33.
Jared Johnson.
Up for the shot, Jared Johnson. It looked like it was a little contact on the shot by Velton Kinney, but there was no foul called by the ref. Ball goes out of bounds and stays this way with the Tigers.
So that's number 1, Cameron Gable. Baseline out. Pass it in, 33 to 14, 14 back to 33. That's number 11, Connor Graham. Jared Johnson, they hold it up out top. Woodland Hills playing good defense. They finally dump it inside to number 11. He goes up hard, misses the ball. 5 gets the rebound. We have a 3.
Up and good.
That's number 1, Cameron Gable. As we spoke about, Woodland Hills must defend the 3. That's 2 threes in a row for the Moon Tigers.
Yeah, Wolverines come down and they take a shot. Velton Kinney Misses. He's long with the three-pointer. Have to get back on defense. Here come the Tigers.
The Tigers set their offense up. Woodland Hills in the man-to-man.
Looks like an offensive foul on the Tigers against number 1, Cameron. Good God. Going the other way.
That was an offensive foul on Cameron Gabriel. Called by the ref. I didn't know if it was very offensive, but he made the call. So nevertheless, it's Woodland Hills ball as the Moon Tigers pack it in zone 2.
Belton Kinney looks like he's looking for a shot early today. Looks like he has it flowing again. He's still hot from the first game against Gateway.
And that's what we said. We must make mid-range jumpers. A lot of times everybody want to shoot the 3, and we get away from that. But he dribble penetrated, created room for his own shot and got it in there.
Good play down low to get the ball inside to number 11, Connor Graham. It looks like a forward, 6'5" junior. Great play there.
Yes, he was a big one. He had somebody small on him. They recognized that. I think it was Belton Kinney on him as they made the switch. And he took advantage of that.
Great box out by guard Jared Johnson on that long shot, that long miss by the Wolverines there. So going forward, looks like overplay there by number 5, Rayshawn Robertson. Almost steals the pass. Deep three-point shot by number 1, Cameron Gay. So we have sub coming into the game. Back in play here, you have the floor general, Deontay Williams, bringing the ball up. Aaron pass to the inside. Kyer Hainsworth intercepted going the other way.
We have a turnover on the play. And so the Moon Tigers sets up their offense. Woodland Hills in the man-to-man.
Rayshawn Robertson, yeah, on the defense, going to the shot in and out by number 2. Of the Moon Tigers, Rayshawn Robertson goes to the other end and gets the shot to drop. And we have a tie ball game here.
We don't have even number 2 on the roster here for the Moon Tigers. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. That's number 2, James Hoover.
Ooh, looks like a travel there, but he missed the layup there by Moon Tigers.
So we have Belton Kinney bring it up. He passes to Kyer Hainsworth, takes the shot to mid-range, comes out. That's number 1 for the rebound. Cameron Gable, guard, 6'2", pushes it up as they set up their offense. Woodland Hills in the zone. Kick it in down low. Spot up shooter for the 3. And he hits it. That's number 2, who we just spoke about, James Hoover.
Yeah, once again, the Wolverines are going to have to play defend that three-point line.
So we like to thank one of our sponsors, Will Banks Consulting Group. Is your athlete struggling to see a career path after graduation? If your child lacks direction, career exploration coaching can help. Career experts at the Will Banks Consulting Group help your athlete identify their strengths beyond the sports for a lifetime of success and career satisfaction. Call 1-833-924-9675 today for your free consultation.
Back to play here live on the 2020 MLK Stand Against Violence Weekend Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament at Woodland Hills Senior High School. My name is Craig Thomas, joined by my co-host, Sam the Lumberjack Timbers. So far, Sam, these teams have stayed true to what we thought they would do. Moon Tigers spotting up on the three-pointer. And what have you seen from the Wolverines?
Wolverines are trying to get transition points, trying to get points inside, looking for the mid-range jumper too as well. I seen Velton Kinney take a few of those, and Kyler Hayesworth, dribble drive and then pull up, right beyond the foul line or at the elbow, somewhere in that area, trying to make something happen that way.
So that's a great look early on, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a great ball game. We're under a minute here left in the first quarter. Down low, number 5, Rayshawn Robertson gets in close, point-blank range, and gets the Wolverines to within 1 here.
Yeah, Rayshawn Robinson got to make those. He missed a few against Gateway, but he has to make those when he's inside. He went up strong amongst 2 defenders to make it happen. Woodland Hills are in the man-to-man. They come out, and the Moon Tigers are looking to create some offense. Spot-up shooter again for the 3 off the mark. That's number 2. And he seems to have the green light, James Hoover, as he hits another 3 for the Moon Tigers with time running out. This is Roxamore Sports live here at Woodland Hills Wolverine after the first period. We have the Moon Tigers 14, Woodland Hills 10. This is Roxamore Sports back. We'll be right back at the beginning of the second period.
Trouble can find anyone. At Frank Walker Law, we take the time to understand your situation and work tirelessly on your behalf. Hard-hitting representation when you need it the most. A real law firm getting real results.
Sports live here at the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament, where we have a game going on between the Moon Tigers. They are 3-9 overall, 2-6 in the conference, head coached by Adam Kaufman. Woodland Hills Wolverines 4-10 overall, 2-5 in the conference, and the head coach, the legendary Matt Vrajanic. I am Sam Timbers here with Craig Thomas. This is the beginning of the second quarter, and we have great action already happening with the Moon Tigers up by 4, 14-10.
Yeah, so the Wolverines have come out, worked the ball around, trying to get the ball down low. Velton Kinney and Jihad Denard goes in deep, gets to the rack, misses the lay-in, but gets fouled and goes to the free throw line, shooting 2. So it'll be interesting to see this young man step up here, see if he can knock down some free throws, as he has some struggles all season making free throws.
Yes, and as you know, his free throw shot to the right side of the free throw moves all the way over. I don't know if that's where he's comfortable at, but he misses both of them.
So it looks like Coach Vrajanic got some work cut out for him as far as getting these guys developed at free throw shooting. You can win and lose a lot of games at the free throw line, especially here in high school level.
So we have a travel on number 11, Connor Gay. Went to make the move but didn't put the ball down. So there's no pressure by Moon Tigers. They decided to go 2-3 zone and pack it in, not trusting the free throw shooting, the Woodland Hills Wolverines.
So thank you once again for joining us live here. This is game number 6 here of 9 games here on the main court in the 2020 MLK Stand Against Violence Weekend here at Woodland Hills Senior High School here in Churchill, PA. My name is Craig Thomas, along with my co-host Sam, the Lumberjack Timbers, live on Roxamore Sports Network. This tournament was put together by Ron Corsi, who's a second-year athletic director. What have you seen from Ron Corsi as an athletic director, as far as, athletics being under his direction so far?
No, he's bought some great tournaments here. This is the second year, but when it was called the battle at the Wolf Arena, and he bought some great teams in from DC, from the Maryland area. That's where he is from, and so he's trying to change the culture here too, as well as he is linked up for the stand against violence, as he comes from the Baltimore area where it's a lot of violence there, and he sees it in the city of Pittsburgh. And so he's come together to put together this great package. But what I like about him most is to change the atmosphere. We are the change, be the change.
Yeah, so that's a good thing here. If you guys are out in your communities across the state and across the country, join us in a stand against violence. Boys and girls, whether you are here at the tournament or just in your community, let's take a stand against violence and end the senseless killing of young people across this country.
Yes, we can't say that enough, and we can't give that enough light, with what's going on in our communities with one another and each other. And so we have to make a stand. As we say that, we have a steal by Jahar Denard. He goes coast to coast, being a high riser, throws it home. Shocked me and my co-host. Didn't know he had that in him, but he showed us something right there.
Great steal anticipation by Jihad Denard, and great finish at the rack by the young fella. He showed some hops there. I didn't know he had them in him.
Yes, he went up, showed some springs. And so now Woodland Hills is on a man-to-man, and the Moon Tigers looking to set up their offense. They shoot a three, as we spoke about, off the mark. Deshaun Robinson gets the rebound, pushes it up.
Jihad Denard down low, showing that he has some presence there. He's becoming pretty confident, so he'll go to the free throw line. One of the things you like to see from that young man is he's working so hard on the offensive boards and to get position, see him be able to go to the line and capitalize on the free throws.
Yes,
he made that one.
He's only a 6'1" forward, so he's kind of small for a forward, but he makes up for it in his tenacity and his hops.
Yeah, he's a little undersized to be playing in forward position, but our team is small in stature but large in heart, so those guys are giving you everything they have regardless of how tall they are out here. So he missed the second one, and the Moon Tigers are going the other way with some pressure on them, trying to get the ball across. We are under 5 minutes here left in the second period.
And so we have Woodland Hills Wolverines down by 1 against Moon Tigers. Just took a shot, missed it. Jahar Denard brings it up. Passes it down to the big man, number 15 for Woodland Hills Wolverines.
Jeremy Thomas.
Wasn't ready to handle that. So that was a good pass. The big man wasn't ready for it down low for Woodland Hills Wolverines.
Jeremy Thomas, yeah. This guy's been talking the last couple games about he wanted to get in the game, and he has to be ready once he gets in the game. Great drive there by Deontay Williams, but Jeremy, big fella, you got to stay ready if you want to get in the game, all right? Because Coach Virginik will pull you, all right? So we can't have those unnecessary turnovers there.
Yeah, you got to be ready at all times. When your number's called, you must be ready. So we had a drive by number 25 for the Moon Tigers. By the Moon Tigers. That was Deontay. Janucci drove in. And so we have a backcourt out, number 1 for the Moon Tigers. Connor Gay passes it in. 14 passes number 15. So the Moon Tigers.
Yeah, they'll take the shot from anywhere, so the Wolverines have to play extended out beyond the three-point line to play great defense because, as shown so far today, these Moon Tigers are hoisted out from anywhere. So we have a foul on the play by Jeremy Thomas.
That was a great drive by Logan Young, number 5, guard 6'2", senior.
So here, while we have a pause in the play, free throws coming, we like to take a moment to thank another one of our sponsors, Wilson's Night Out. come to Wilson's Night Out, not just for an experience of Caribbean cuisine. Happy hour Monday through Friday from 5 to 7 with specialty drinks. You're looking for that room to host parties, meetings, social events, receptions, repasts, and more. Come to Wilson's Night Out for not just a great night out, but an experience. Thank you, Wilson's Night Out.
This is Roxamore Sports Live here in the second period with 3:32 left. We have a tied-up ball game. Woodland Hills 15, Moon Tigers 15, with 3:24 left, and Woodland Hills are on the move, trying to get a play and drops it down inside to Jihad Denard. Great pass, but he wasn't ready for it. Goes as turnover to the Moon Tigers.
Yeah, it was a great effort by Jihad Denard. You just want him to take his time and gather himself. He has a decisive advantage down low. It looks like over these Tigers. Even though he's only 6'1", he has nice strength. Oh, great anticipation there. And a steal by number 5, Rayshawn Robertson. So what we've been calling for all season from Coach Frajanic, he's finally applying some pressure. So you'd be happy to see that, Sam.
Yes, we are. And we get some points in transition. And Rayshawn Robinson is making his presence felt on the offense and on the defense as he makes the blocks it out of bounds. And so Moon Tigers takes it out up under the hoop.
Yeah, Rayshawn Robertson, 6'1" senior, said, "Not in my house. Get that out of here."
Yes, he does. There go the mid-range jumper by Kyer Hainsworth missed it. But Jihad Denard goes up. As you just spoke about, my co-host says it seems like he has a decided advantage down low, making his presence felt and imposing his will on an offensive rebound.
Yeah, he's a undersized player, but his quickness and his leaping ability is proven beneficial for him and his Wolverines early on here, early in the second period at the 2020 MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence basketball tournament at Woodland Hills High School, Churchill, PA. And we would like to thank you once again for joining us and continue to stay tuned for great action.
And we would like to thank another one of our sponsors, SOAR. They know the rules of the game, but do they know the rules of life? SOAR, youth empowerment, teaches your teen athlete the rules of life. For more information, visit www.soarcoachingacademy.com or call 609-837-7237.
Thank you. Coming back to live action here. We'd like to take a moment to thank you for joining us today. Thank you for tuning in live on Roxamore Sports Network, where our owner and CEO, Leon Rockymore, has had a vision here to bring you live streaming sporting events, high school, college, and some other things as well, bowling. You'll be able to stay tuned for a lot of good sporting events coming up here on Roxamore Sports Network. We are back to live play, Sam.
And this is the Moon Tigers takes it out. They have heavy pressure, full court pressure by Woodland Hills Wolverines, and they break the press, but he still double teams, throws it out of bounds over Sean Robinson. That's number 14, Zach Hurley, guard. That was a smart play as he was trapped.
Yeah, so this is a great thing to see the Wolverines come out and finally apply 94 feet of pressure. We haven't seen that all season. So you have to wonder what's changed all of a sudden for Coach Frajanic to come out and finally go pressure with these young men and allow them to use their athletic ability to get in the open court and get some easy baskets.
Well, maybe he might go home and watch the Roxamore Sports Network and hear my co-host Craig Thomas mention that. Maybe he might took that advice. But here we are with 2:03 left in the second period. The home team, Woodland Hills Wolverines 19, Moon Tigers 15. And we have a foul on the play, shooting 2. Along Sean Robinson.
Yeah, should have been shooting 2 for Jihad Denard, but they call it on the floor. So the Wolverines inbounds it underneath the hoop, get the ball to the middle to Deontay Williams, slightly up off the mark. Jihad Denard is up and in with the follow on the glass.
Jahar Denard will not be denied down low. I wonder how many offensive rebounds he has just in this half right here as well. We have a steal on the play. Velton Kenny with the left hand bumpy goes to the hoop and one. Now he'll be going for the conventional three-point play. That was a pretty play. Great anticipation by Kenny to step in the lane and drive in with the left hand puppy.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity for those young men. Velton Kenny, 5'8" senior guard, showing great poise, going to the hoop, finishing with the left hand, and he gets the conventional three-point play and seals the deal at the free throw line. So once again, ball is out of bounds, back to the Wolverines. Kenny and Deontay Williams. Deontay Williams is the star quarterback for this Woodland Hills Wolverine football team, as he came into the season not playing for the Wolverines, but ended up about halfway through the season taking over at quarterback and doing a great job. So he is used to being the floor general and running the show, and he's done a great job here on the basketball team as well. Right on cue, he steals the ball. Deontay Williams, the floor general, will go to the stripe, the charity stripe, for 2 shots.
And I have known Deontay Williams since he's been young when he lived in Hoggins Village, and didn't know that he was the young man that was inserted in on the football team as he got the rebound and tried to go back up, and he'll be shooting 2.
So we'll be looking for that young man to be instrumental in restoring the roar to the Wolverines on the football team as well as the hard court as they continue to move forward and rebuild as, you know, an athletic department and get back to their winning tradition here. Because this network, this actual school district is known for winning across the country, you know, known for putting out some great athletes, student athletes as well.
Yes, as you see the people come in and they're looking above the gymnasium, and you see all the athletes, blacks, who all made it to the NFL, and also you see all the golden footballs of the players that made it to the Super Bowl as well. A lot of people are in awe and the mystique about the Woodland Hills as they come into the Woodland Hills lair for these games on this weekend.
Yeah, so it looks like it's a great opportunity. Deontay Williams pulls up, gets a roll up off and down low again. The Wolverines are hustling, and the ball goes out off of the Moon Tigers.
I believe it's call us a foul on the play. Deontay Williams is going to the shooting 2 for Woodland Hills.
So it's good to see these young men, especially Deontay Williams as a sophomore. Came out, started midway through the season again for the football team. Is out here now leading the basketball team. So it's a great opportunity here for this young man to play another sport, continue to work on his grades, honing his craft, and get ready for a great season for the rest of this season and next year.
So we're back to live action as Woodland Hills is in their press. Number 14, Hurley breaks through the press. Woodland Hills is jumping the lanes, trying to create some turnovers, get some points in transition. Number 1 steps in with a nice drive. Cameron Gable, guard, 6'2" senior.
Great drive by that young man. Teardrop shot, contested. Looked like Kyer Hainsworth went up to try to block that shot, but they're going to hold here for the last shot of the first half, the second quarter, with the lead of 30-17. Kick the ball out to the left wing. No foul call on the play. I'm not sure about that one.
So off the turnover, that's number 5, Logan Young, takes it coast to coast. And here, your halftime score, Woodland Hills Wolverines 30, Moon Tigers 19. I am Sam Thomas with my co-host. I am Sam Timbers with my co-host, Craig Thomas. And this is Roxamore Sports, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back here live on Roxamore Sports Network, where we are at the 2020 MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence here at Woodland Hills High School, where we are witnessing a game here by the Woodland Hills Wolverine versus the Moon Tigers, where the Wolverines have a lead of 30-19. You've seen some great play by the Wolverines. Jihad Denard has been exerting himself throughout the first half. Deontay Williams, the floor general. Belton Kenny has contributed. Rayshawn Robertson has also contributed as well. So we'd like to thank you for tuning in here live on the Roxamore Sports Network, where we've had the opportunity and the great pleasure of being able to be a part of the Stand Against Violence. So I got my co-host here, along with Julian Turner here, to talk a little bit about his organization, about what it means here to be a part of this MLK Stand Against Violence Weekend Basketball Tournament. To you, Sam.
I am Sam Timbers, co-host of this program here tonight at Roxamore Sports, where we are witnessing the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament. And I have a young man who is very passionate about what's going on here tonight. His name is Julian Turner. He's going to talk to you a little bit about what he does.
My name is Julian Turner, and I'm the co-founder and president of the Hoop Alliance. Hoop standing for helping out our people. So we specify in gun violence awareness, gun violence prevention, and we also offer different supports for families living in trauma, living with grief, do in-home crisis work with families that have suffered a traumatic loss from gun violence, dealing with grief, and just trying to find some stability in their life after they live through these traumatic experiences, whether it be recent or decades ago. They're still dealing with different pains and going through trials and tribulations that they have never been able to access resources to help them overcome those things. So that's what we're doing now throughout the whole Woodland Hills community, and also throughout different neighborhoods in the Mon Valley.
So this touched your heart closely because you had a tragedy in your family as well, right?
Yeah, I lost my younger brother 2 years ago now, November 2017, to a gunshot from someone that was supposed to be his friend, and from that we dealt with our trials and tribulations and went through a rough time. And one thing that I seen was the outpour from the community, and realizing how many other people that were going through this journey with us, and seeing how they're still dealing with things. So from the support we got, we decided to come together and build something where we can continue to help other people in our communities and the schools to deal with a problem that a lot of us have to go through.
Well, we want to thank you for stepping out, man. We want to tell you, man, we appreciate you. From two older brothers, myself and Sam Timbers, man, we love you, we appreciate you. And let's come together and let's stop the gun violence here in our communities. We'll continue to support you and support this cause here, live on Roxamore Sports, here, the MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence. Thank you for everyone who's contributing. And just because it hasn't happened to you, it has affected someone close to you, as we have all been affected by this gun violence in this country, in this state. And let's stop it. Let's stop killing each other, please. So once again, Craig Thomas live on Roxamore Sports, and we'll be right back.
me, ma'am. My Sound Wireless Delivery, the Line Edition?
Here from a short break at halftime, we have Sam Timbers going to interview another one of our sponsors here from the Shine organization and give us a little information about her organization. Sam?
So, Orlana, what is Shine all about here within the community?
The Shine Awards is a premier ceremony that celebrates the positive achievements of young adults between the ages of 13 and 19. And it was created because the media does not portray a balanced representation of young people. And unfortunately, we only place a value on our young people when something tragic happens. So we want to celebrate them now.
I like that. So we want to give them their flowers while they're alive. And so that's a great organization. And also, when I spoke to you out at the table, you said that it could come from getting good grades, ranging from a 1.0 to a 4.0, or how you handle tragedy, or if you made a significant impact in your community. Is that correct?
Yes, so we're not looking for superstars. We want to honor young adults who are trying to do their best. So whether that's community service, you work in your church, maybe you had a 1.0 and now you're a 4.0. We just want to celebrate you. So we ask clergy, teachers, we even ask students, peers to nominate a young person that they know that they feel should receive a Shine Awards.
Well, Lana, we want to thank you for coming and sharing that information with us as well, and we will definitely keep Shine in the back of our mind and in our prayers too as well.
ShineAwards.org.
ShineAwards.org.
Yes.
Thank you. Make sure you guys support ShineAwards.org. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations, and we'll be able to support you. And we are back to live coverage in the second half here with the Wolverines leading 30-21 over the Moon Tigers here. And we just like to thank you for joining us once again at the 2020 MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament live at Woodland Hills High School Gymnasium. I'm Craig Thomas along with my co-host Sam the Lumberjack Timbers, out here just trying to make a difference in the life of youth here in this state and in this country. So going forward, the Wolverines have turned the ball over here starting the second half a couple times, but we look forward to them getting back to their ways again and getting that full court press going. I'm not sure why Coach Vrjanek has seemed to call off the pressure right now.
Well, you know, he's just coming out of the period. He might want to pack it in on the zone defense and just get a look and see how things is working out right now early, instead of running pressure right now. He's in his zone right now, and so that's the call that Coach Vrjanek is calling right now. Until they start raining some threes or dropping some things, he might want to stay in that zone too as well. And then he don't want to tire his players out early. So we're thankful for the Shine program. We're thankful for the program, all that's going on in our community, but the loss of life, that what the enemy meant for bad, God meant it for good. And so that's the good that has turned around, and it's changed our culture within our community and our school district as well.
Yeah, we would definitely like for, thing like Sam said, that things that were meant to separate us, to bring us back together as a community and join us together, that we may work together in peace and harmony as one community. Although everything, great shot there by Belton Kinney, but although the well-known national news for everyone was, the national news was about the Antoine Rose here in the Pittsburgh area, particularly in our school district. There was quite a few already senseless killings in our district that were before that Antoine Rose, but that was just the one that was nationally notified known by all the people here. So going forward, we want to try to make sure that we don't have that happening in our community here in Pittsburgh or in the United States at all.
Yes. And so we're thankful what has came out of it. Many organizations, many police watch groups, many community watches, even a police station being disbanded from it all, for it all, some prayer walks. We had some visuals. We walked from Swissvale all the way to the Woodland Hills Wolverina just to bring some attention to it all. And so, again, the culture has changed here, and there's been some things that was done in the dark that has been brought to the light from it all.
Right. So as we get back to play here, we'd like to thank Ron Corsi, who's been the new athletic director here, second year, replacing the legendary George Novak. Built a wonderful program here athletically, and we have to continue to work on these young people academically. Very important to keep them eligible, to keep them off the streets and give them things to do here to keep them out of trouble. All right, so as we look at opportunities going forward, it's easy to make light of what's going on, but it's difficult to be a part of the solution and not part of the criticism. Have to come out and do something with these young people, keep them occupied, give them options, give them things to do besides get into some type of mischief.
That's very profound in what you just said. Not to be a part of the problem, but to be a part of the answer, part of the solution. And so don't sit back and talk and don't do nothing, but come out and be about some action. Help out in the community, help out in the school district. See what they need, see what's going on, help out with the HUGS program that they have here, that you can volunteer in the classroom and that you could be a part of the answer. I'm thankful that Ron Corsi brought the grade point average up to a 2.3. These young men and women have to be held accountable with their education.
Yeah, the expectation is to absolutely be above the minimum requirements for our kids in our community. We don't want them just barely making the grades just to get by. We want them to be prepared to go to college, and if they don't go to college, that they prepare themselves for life. And that was Rayshawn Robertson with a great follow-up and a putback.
Yes, he did. He went up. He looks like Dennis Rodman. And his goggles on, goes up and gets it. But as we just spoke about, Tigers hit the three again. They're setting up, getting penetration, shooting the three. Woodland Hills has to defend that line.
So Coach Verjatic has called them off for the press, going straight man-to-man right now.
So that's Deontay Williams out top. Hainsworth. Robinson.
Yeah, the Wolverines have a 10-point lead right here. Early in the late in the third quarter here, Deontay Williams, the floor adrenal, goes to the hoop and gets a layup.
That was a great assist by Velton Kinney. Finds a shrinking Williams down low for the easy two.
Yeah, we talked about Deontay Williams, who's the starting quarterback for the Wolverine football team. Now he's the starting point guard for the basketball team. So we look for some great things from that young man, continuing the great student-athlete tradition here at the Woodland Hills High School.
So we have 2 minutes left in the third period. Woodland Hills 41, the Moon Tigers 29. Moon Tigers are looking to create some offense here. And we have a steal by Kyrie Hainsworth. Ball going the other way.
Yeah, great job by Kyrie Hainsworth. Great anticipation. He got in that passing lane. So the Wolverines are content with their lead right now. Take their time looking for a good shot. Ball off to Deontay Williams. Down low, almost an and one for Velton, for Jihad Denard, but he'll go to the free throw line where he has struggled a little bit, but he can be a great free throw shooter if he just continues to work on it a little bit.
So that foul was on Colin Sunday for the Moon Tigers. Back in for the Tigers, number 1, Cameron Gable, and for the Wolverines.
That is number 12, Raylon Robertson. And also it looks like number 11 will be checking in, also Angelo Reddick.
So Moon tries to create some offense, set up, passing the ball around with 1:10 left in the third period. Going straight man-to-man as Coach Matt Virginia had called out. That's 33 for the Moon Tigers. Chucks it up, goes in and out.
Belton Kinney with the rebound, brings it up. Calling out the play. Number 1 from Coach Virginia. Belton Kinney goes to the left hand. Almost loses the dribble, retains the ball, gets it back outside.
Coach Matt Virginia calls for the one shot. He only wants one shot. He wants him to work it around, eat some of this clock in the third period with a big lead. So Woodland Hills is running the weave.
So that's with no shot clock here in Pennsylvania as far as the varsity high school sports concerned. We talked about that earlier. I don't like that because it really allows the kids to just play keep away, and they don't have to execute their play according to the clock, declining shot clock.
And you're from Princeton basketball when Princeton used to eat the clock up and run back and forth and run the weave and get you with the backdoor cut. So they would just hold the ball, so you could just hold the ball as long as you want, eat up a lot of clock, and then try to create a great shot with a backdoor cut or shooting a three.
Yeah, 19.1 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And so we have Angelo Riddick out top with the ball.
Shot is up, off the mark by Belton Kinney.
So your score after 3 quarters of play, Wolverines 41, Moon Tigers 29, and this is the top of the fourth period. I am Sam the Man Timmons with my coach. Witnessed some great games here thus far, and we've heard that our Woodland Hills Wolverine ladies have came away with an impressive win against the Lancaster Mennonites, and so they continue their winning ways over them. It was a packed house in that gym. It's great to see the electric atmosphere and having some meaningful basketball, some meaningful games here at Woodland Hills Wolverines, and we would like to continue our winning ways as we get back on the football field in the fall. Hopefully we can change the atmosphere around with Deontay Williams being the star quarterback, play the full season with all the athletes that he has there. And hopefully we can get some W's because we're used to winning around this area.
Yes, we would definitely like to implore you, if you're in the district or if you're close by, come on out and support these young folks. Would like to see the gymnasium pack, the Wolverina pack. Let's get back and restore the roar to Woodland Hills School District. Alumni, we'll be looking for the alumni to come back and be a part of what's going on here. Let's be able to give back to these young folks and be able to show them what Woodland Hills tradition is all about.
So this is Roxamore Sports Live. We are here at the top of the fourth with Woodland Hills Wolverines 41, the Moon Tigers 29. I am Sam the Man Timmons with my coach Craig Thomas. This is 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament. And Coach, what would you see that Moon Tigers need to do to get back into this game?
Yeah, so as far as the Tigers are concerned, they're going to have to work the ball around, continue to knock down three-point shots, and they're going to have to defend the paint as the Wolverines are content with getting the ball in low and taking an advantage of their strength and their quickness in the lower post.
Yes, the Moon Tigers are going to have to get some stops, too, as well on the defensive end, as you just talked about. Woodland Hills must continue their dominance inside as well. Jahar Denard is playing strong basketball in there. Continue to shoot the mid-range jumper, and every now and then Velton Kinney chucks up a three and knocks it down.
Yeah, I like Rayshawn Robertson and Raylon Robertson, but I like to see the Wolverines get used to keeping the pressure on them. When I watch the Wolverine varsity girls, Coach Pitts likes to go 94. That means he wants pressure, 94 feet the whole game. So you put something in these guys and you teach them to continue to press and continue to put their best foot forward the entire length of the game.
So we have Moon Tigers on the drive. We have a scrub for the ball. Foul on Deontay Williams.
So great effort by Deontay Williams going for the ball, stepped into the path and the passing lane, tried to intercept the ball. Wasn't able to, but playing great defense here with 6 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the fourth period. Live 2020 MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament, Woodland Hills High School, Churchill, PA. I'm Craig Thomas along with my co-host, Sam the Lumberjack Timbers. We'd like to thank you for joining us on this day, long day of basketball here at Woodland Hills High School. So as we go forward, we have more on tap for tonight. We have a few more games left on the lineup. Looks like Kiski versus Tees Valley, Penn Hills versus Butler, and St. Benedict versus Bishop Lockland. So as far as the girls are concerned,
we have St. Francis girls against Oakland Catholic, Penn Hills girls against Mount Zion Academy, Mount Zion versus McKeesport, Alderdice versus Pine Richland.
So if you're in the area, come on out and join us in this MLK Stand Against Violence Weekend. Let's all stand together as a community, as a state, and as a country. Do not let us be divided. As a people, let's stand together and make a difference.
Yes, this is more than just basketball here tonight. As we see some great talent being showcased, also there's a mural outside of the gymnasium with all the young men and women who have lost their lives just in our school district alone, which makes up 12 boroughs. And so it's more than basketball here tonight. As again I said, we see a host of talent being showcased tonight. Also, those lives are not being forgot about that are outside the gymnasium.
Yeah. So the Wolverines, once again, are doing damage on the offensive board, getting second chance shots, rebounds, drive to the hoop, up, scoop is up again, off the rebound. Number 4 for the Wolverines gets the rebound. Jihad Denard again on a rebound. So he'll be going to the free throw line, shooting 2. But that was a great drive by Kyer Hainsworth as well. These guys are really playing together. Coach Frajanic looked like he's putting something together here down the stretch, Sam. So far, have you seen improvement in these young men?
I've seen improvement just on these last 2 nights. That they're getting some quality wins. They got a quality win against Gateway Gators, and now they're getting a quality win against so far. Game's not over, but they're winning against Moon Township Tigers right now. We have timeout, Woodland Hills.
Yeah, so we take a timeout and play, and we will pause for the cause to talk to you a little bit about the 2020 MLK Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament. This is your official channel here, live on Roxamore Sports. I'm Craig Thomas with my co-host Sam Lumberjack Timbers. Sam, what have you seen as far as this tournament is concerned? How has it affected the community? You think it's doing anything to bring us together or change our stance or position on gun violence?
It brings awareness to it all. Now we have a big tournament here, a big showcase tournament here, bringing all these teams in as out there at the table. Center for Services, they want you, Center for Victims for Services, they want you to sign a petition. All the youth, they're trying to get 1,000. They're against gun violence as well, standing up against any kind of violence. And so I coached a lot of these young men that lost their lives that are on that wall out there. So I take it to heart, I take it personal, that it must be a change here in our community.
Well, you can also, isn't there an opportunity for them to place a name of a person that was lost due to gun violence close in their neighborhood or their family up on the wall?
All these teams that came in from far as Kansas and south of, as far as South Carolina or North Carolina, the Carolinas, they may know somebody who have lost their lives, that they can fill out a paper and sign that it'll be posted on the wall outside the gym.
So right on cue there, the Moon Tigers get a three-pointer on the other end. It's a baseball pass out top to Jihad Dinar, and he goes to the hoop, gets a and one. He'll be going to the free throw line to complete the conventional three-point play.
Yes, Jihad Dinar goes hard to the basket. High riser, gets the blocking foul, makes it after he receives contact, and now he'll be shooting one. And he drains it.
His free throw shooting is looking much better. He's getting a lot of opportunities this evening to work on his free throw game.
Yes, he is.
Oh, looks like a travel there. Good call, ref. Yeah, young fella shuffled his feet a little bit, did the two-step shuffle before he put the ball down, and ball's turned over, going the other way.
Well, here, this is Roxamore Sports Live with 4:19 in the fourth period. Woodland Hills 50, Moon Tigers 34. Woodland Hills has the ball. I'm Sam the Man Timmons with my co-host, Craig the CT Express Thomas, a.k.a. the legend around these parts. The first running back that ever played at Woodland Hills Wolverines went to Michigan State on his 50th birthday here. I'm enjoying spending time with him, looking like he's 30 as well, looking all dapper today as we're going to go out to Wilson's Night Out and hang out after these games.
Yes, get us a little Caribbean cuisine. I'd like to take a moment to thank you guys for allowing me to hang out with you guys here live on Roxamore Sports. I do miss my daughters. They're in Detroit. I will be getting up there to see you young ladies, spend some time with you here, as we'll be celebrating my birthday. But right now, we're working, and we are standing against violence here in Pittsburgh. 2020, Stand Against Violence, MLK Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament, live at Woodland Hills High School in Churchill, PA.
And that's Reddick on the drive. Missed it. Robinson gets it back, gathers himself, puts it back in. That brings the score 52. Woodland Hills, Moon Tigers 34 with 3:18 left in the fourth period.
Yeah, the Moon Tigers have had no answer for the Wolverines on the board, offensively or defensively. So it's led to this big lead here for the Wolverines.
That's Zach Hurley, 14, guard, 6-foot senior.
Yeah, that was a great mid-range shot for the guard for the Moon Tigers. But they're going to need a lot of that to know if they're going to get back into the game. Driving dish again there by Kyer Hainsworth, dropping it off to Jihad Denard. Great play there.
Yes, that was. Great drive, great dribble, job penetration, and the dime too as well. Assist. We having wholesale substitutions. Woodland Hills Wolverines.
Yeah, so it looks like Coach for Janet is clearing the bench right now, getting some of his reserves in. As he allowing his reserves to get in with 2:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter at the Wolverine gym. So we'll take a 30-second timeout here. So as we move forward, Sam, what are we looking for here in the next few games?
We're looking for Kiski School versus Taves Valley, and that game is supposed to start around 6 o'clock. Penn Hills versus Butler, which the game everybody is really looking forward to see it locally here in our area, because Butler has a couple big-time players. And St. Benedict versus Bishop Laughlin at 9 o'clock.
So we're back to here with the play here at the end of the game with 2 minutes left to go. Up and almost around in. Number 5 for the Tigers goes to the line shooting 2. Logan Young, guard, 6'2", senior, going to the line shooting 2.
Kyer, getting back to Kyer Hainsworth as he drove, and then he made the penetration and took the mid-range jumper right after the foul line. That's money for him. He needs to focus on that shot a little bit more. So we have a substitution for the Moon Tigers. Number 25 comes in for the Moon Tigers. Colin Sunday. 20 for the Woodland Hills Wolverines. Maury Pryor getting in on the stat sheet. That's number 25. Sutton 10 drains the 3. So each team has the young guys in.
So that was a great game by all of the starting Wolverines. I want to note Kyer Hainsworth, 'cause he's a cousin of Keandre Bowles, a star Woodland Hills standout from last year, leading scorer. Averaged almost 30 points a game last year. Young man is away playing in college, looking for an opportunity to get into a Division I school and play. But we want to just take a moment and say that Kyer comes from a good family, good basketball family. So we look forward to this young man continuing the rest of the year playing successfully as well.
This is Roxamore Sports Live, late in the fourth period. 51 seconds left. Woodland Hills Wolverines 58, Boone Tigers 43. We have a foul on the play, and we have a stoppage in play. Boone Tigers takes it out. That's Reddick with the rebound and brings it up.
So we have a 5-second call by the referee. I'm not sure about the 5-second call, but looks like the referee was ready to get out of here. So while we're here ending this game, we want to thank you once again for joining us live on the Roxamore Sports Network. Brainchild and trust of our CEO, Leon Rocky Moore. Had a vision to show you local sporting events, high school and some college events, basketball, football, and a host of other sports coming today and in the near future. Thank you, sir, for having that vision and allowing us to share in your vision and be a part of what you wanted to do. And we'd also like to thank the athletic director, Ron Corsi, for having the idea to come up with this tournament, organizing it, and bringing in the teams from across the country, showcasing some great talent that we wouldn't see here in Western Pennsylvania. As we saw some guys yesterday and in today's game that will definitely be stars in college, and if not in the NBA in the near future.
Yes, he brought in Baltimore Pauley. They have 2 stars on their team, 2 high risers, one down low and one out top. And also Sunrise Academy or Sunrise Catholic. Sunrise Academy came in. They were highly ranked as a basketball team coming here to see this kind of talent here as the game closed out with a minute left. Woodland Hills 58. Wolverines.
Yeah, so we'd like to thank you for joining us here. And we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with a couple players here and a coach of the Woodland Hills Wolverines live on Roxamore Sports Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back live here at the Woodland Hills High School as we are live with the winning team here, part of the winning team. I have the guard, Deontay Williams, Jihad Denard, and also Kyer Hainsworth. So sometimes you draw a blank here, but these guys are great. They've done a great job this year. They've come out and turned their season around, 2 victories in one day. All right, so we'll start with the floor general, who's also the quarterback on the football team. What did you do today to come out with a victory?
For us to come out with this victory, we had to play together. And we had to do what we had to do for real for us to win. And we want to win more, so we just got to keep eating and striving and practice harder and harder every day.
So one of the things we talk about often after the game is you the floor general, right? The offense runs through you, right? So we don't want you giving up the ball and other people handling the ball. You the guy, right? So you make sure you control, you the quarterback, like being a quarterback on the team. But you have a great guy down low right here, right? What did you do today?
Man, I just put God first. I believed in my teammates, and I let it come to me. That's all I did.
Thank you. Good job. So last but not least, this guy here, Kyer Hainsworth, right? So I want to talk to you about 2 things. One, you are a great player in your own right, and you coming into things here, exerting yourself as we go forward in the season. But you're a relative of another great player. Don't you have a cousin that played here at Woodland Hills too?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Or are you just good friends with last year? Who's the last year's starting star player? Are you related to him?
No, that's DeAndre.
Okay. All right. Well, that was DeAndre, but nonetheless, you've done a good job this year bringing out yourself. And how did you represent yourself well today?
Just letting the game come to me. That's it.
So you guys played well. You won't play again until tomorrow. So you guys get some rest. Great job. Great victory. And stay positive. Get in the ice bath. And make sure you put your footies on. Don't be like AB and mess up your feet tonight. All right? Good job, guys. Good job. Get some rest, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, guys, for joining us. My name is Craig Thomas. I'm live here on Roxamore Sports, and we'll be right back.